And like I said, this is sometimes what happens. You know, if you don't play overnight, you get left with some of the crumbs. So you cannot just close your eyes and jump in and think you've got a home run, because we need to do measures from where we were. So my belief is that this 78 is a hidden pivot that we need to get by. And if we get by it, then it'll put into play possibly that 75 test, because this is no man's land in here. This was when we were talking before the news, we said this was on the auction territory, and we need to get back into the 70s. So, you know, because we just blew through it. So yesterday, you know, I mean, yes, it was a guess, but it was an educated guess when I said 92 to 94 should be our resistance. Turned out that was true. And we never know at the time. There were traders who wanted to get back into the high 90s yesterday. But this is a smart move by the market, because it's all about risk and reward. And as these traders lose part of their profits now, they need to start to make decisions. So the day is young. This has all been done in overnight activity. And anybody that thinks that, you know, there's terrific odds short side from here, I'll remind you to take a look at where we are here relative to one of our favorite matchups. And I think that we need to get by the 78, 78 and a quarter before anything. And then if we get by that, then we'll worry about that 75, 75 breakout. Okay. So let's keep everything into perspective. There's too much air. We said that earlier. There's too much air from this green line to where we were. And this has all been done softly overnight. So I would like to say that this is hugely negative, but I don't see it that way. I see this as a smart push for profit taking. And admittedly, yes, we are in the umbrella, but that can change easily. There's more news. So anybody that wants to buy, we said you buy pullbacks until it stops working. Anybody that's interested in buying today, think of it as a scalp. Don't think of it as going to a new high today. Always be pleasantly surprised. And keep an eye on that 88 and a quarter that is our demon, because that will control the market today. We said that yesterday. We had a magnet at 85 and a half, so we pulled back and got that overnight fairly easily. Let's see, we got another magnet. I think it was 77. Hang on. And power pivot's back at 72. Yeah, 77 is our an important magnet for us right now. So anybody that's buying for the half gap trade this morning, use that 77 to 78 for support. Maximum of 2-point stop. And we've come a long way, and I think this is a little bit of a shakeout right now. This whole platform, we've abandoned the leads from yesterday. So they're underwater, and we'll need to come out first. The real dilemma for us is where we are here. So today is a very smart market, and I think that probably today what I'm thinking of is the hit and run approach. Grab a couple points and try to hit a couple of bounces, but by the end of the day, we'll have much more knowledge about the character of, you know, where is support. And I said prior to the news, it looks like we're testing the 78 and searching for support. So far, we're close. Haven't got there yet. So I believe the lates from yesterday have to pay up, but don't poison your mind thinking just plunge. And we have unauctioned territory in the 70s. So this is the first time in a few days, and I've said that before, that most traders want the immediate gratification of coming through an egregious day. It takes time. We made another new high, and now we're pulling back. So you have to cool off your emotions. Too many traders can't do that. So everybody's thinking plunge. It takes time to wear down moving averages that are just on fire. So we've taken out yesterday's low, and on a weekly basis, we can make the case for trying to get back into the 74 region. Thank you. I always feel awkward when I don't send you a note saying, come on back, here's the room. But I figured the other guys would tell you, and that's the irony. You know, you were here before they were. The other thing, I don't know if you saw it on the spreadsheet, but I just typed it in up there too to make sure if anybody was looking at it, somebody would get it. That 78 is a hidden pivot according to Murray math. And I've said all along that I think that 78 low has been, you know, theoretical support. It's taken a few days to come back and see that, and that's being tested today. Rain line's back here, so I think we need to consider that as an important support area. And I call it a theoretical support area. It's this shelf right here that was built. Okay, this last low area right here where it turned and came up. So that evidently is what is being tested for now. Right here. Because these traders have been held captive once we broke here, remember? So this is what I was thinking of in terms of not only the Murray math, but remember that first day we said, our target is really, if we get to the 78, 79s, we've probably done well. And then all of a sudden, you know, it scooted up and has not come back and broken that yet. So anybody who is shorting are still on the hook until this unwinds. So that's why that hidden pivot, I like to tie it in with psychology. It's not, you know, just about a Murray math number, but it's the psychology that works too. So we've come back to this neck of the woods, which I think is a very smart move by the market. Let's see. I don't want too much on here. Let me put, I took this off so I could see that more clearly. So let's do it that way. Let's just put our 78 over here for now. So this seems to be a very controlled pullback, which is normal. So I think what's happening is, you know, I don't want to call it forced liquidation. I want to call it a lot of times, especially on a Friday, you know, traders need to pay up. They need to take their profits. Sometimes it happens early, sometimes not at all, sometimes late. But whenever I see this move early in the day, my assumption is it will free up the market later to do a bounce. That this is just forcing traders to, and they don't have to take profit. If they're a big boy and they'd say, hey, I'm in, I want my 1600 or whatever, fine. But, you know, the drawdown is here first, shake out traders. This is a normal test of our rain line. We know that. So we're already in that vicinity. And the key is, do we get below it? And if so, how much? So I think the key for us today is, where are we opening? It would appear that we've got the range battle from